All right, so we can go ahead and start with session 18 of the Naturolls. The Tater Tots worked their way into the Scorchborn Temple, and they were quickly stopped by a circle of flames and a 3-paneled mirror in front of them. They cautiously approached the mirror, and they found that it brings about visions for each one of them who had looked into it. Some of them saw visions of things since past. Some saw visions of where they are now. Some saw flashes of what could come from the future. As an example, Yriel saw herself alone and in the dark, while Bogha saw herself as potentially Scorchborn, but kept that information all to herself. Sal saw a Qatari kept behind bars as if in some sort of jail cell, and each one of them had their own experience looking into one of the panels of the mirror. So with the mirror both hinting at present, past, and what lies ahead, the Tater Tots moved on as they heard chanting coming from another room. In true Scorchborn fashion, a group of acolytes, naturally chanting, leads to, of course, something flamey coming up and trying to attack everybody in the party. Shocker. And then what could happen next but a battle in which more creatures emerged from the flames, but the entire group was eventually victorious. So now the question is, where will they be led next in the temple? What was the mirror trying to show them? Is Maz here, and where will we find her? And who will she be when she's found?
Dang, that's good. That's a good recap. Wow, I like that a lot.
Well, right off the bat, that is a great intro. Before we kind of get into it, I'm gonna say that Svetlana takes a health potion and clears some HP, so she's now down to 1 HP.
Incredible.
Marked.
Svetlana
Marked.
just took that health. Yeah, just took the health potion
1
right
HP
now.
marked.
Yes,
Right.
sorry, I said that kind of weird.
Turns out it was a potion of poison. Sorry, you only have 1 HP left.
And I did mention this at the top. I just wanted to put out there for everybody that I believe then Svetlana reminded me that she had taken the health potion in lieu of a short rest, because I know at the end of last battle, folks were kind of considering a short rest, but then thought that it might not be the most timely thing to do. So just wanted to put that out there for everybody. And then as you look to make your next moves, you're all still in that same room where the fight had ended. Then you don't hear like a nearby scream, but just like way off in the distance. It's almost as though you can't quite tell if it's real or not. You think you might hear, screaming, not just outside the door to that room, but like well way a ways. And then it just fades away.
So can you remind me of the layout of the room a little bit? Like,
yes.
So we came down a set of stairs. There was a big room, but when Sal looks around, like, is the only way back out up the stairs, or are there other doors, windows? And I can roll if I need to.
No, not for that. Yeah, you can look around. So you were in a room where you had descended some stairs to get in. There was only one way in and one way out. This is immediately after you had gone past the circle of flames in the mirror. You did find a room with some tables and some kind of chairs and maybe kind of like sort of like hangout area, because of course every cultist type temple needs a good hangout area.
And a break room. Cultist needs breaks too.
Yeah, they need to have a sip of Joe.
That's what the whole cultist union revolt was about. It was about the lack of breaks in cults, and there was many lives lost in that revolution.
I imagine a sip of Joe would be bloodletting, right? Yeah,
like it's not coffee; it's a guy named Joe.
Pantry of Joes, Joes and Josephs.
That's funny.
I mean, all the above, 100%. I mean, you guys know the Scorchborn in and out. I mean, honestly, like I don't even know why you're exploring. You already know how it works. But no, sorry. There's only one way in and one way out. You're certainly more than welcome to explore this room further if you'd like. There were some acolytes there who were doing the chanting. Some of them ran off. If I recall correctly, I believe one of them was stabbed by somebody and just murdered. And they weren't like fighting or anything like that. They were pretty easy to kill. But you could certainly look and see if you find anything else in the room or work your way out. Like I said, if you wanted to work your way out, you'd be going up a stairwell towards the same door that you came in.
So just to be clear, when you say one way in, one way out, it's the same doorway that goes in and out? Okay, so
Yes.
it's not like a throughway. It's just
It's
like
not
a
that
dead
there's
end.
one way in and separately another way out. It is
Okay.
that there is one way in and out.
Okay.
Correct.
I mean, normally I would try to investigate some, but we're kind of on a mission to find our friend, and I'm worried that. I mean, is there any possibility that there could be like trapdoors or anything in here? Like, is anything hidden?
There's always a possibility.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and that's how we got down here, right? Was a trapdoor in the
Right.
floor. So
Yeah. We should probably take the quick minute to look about.
yeah. Can I look like? Is there furniture in here? I guess.
So the room is fairly bare. You don't actually see any real furniture other than there's kind of like a bench to either like the north side of the room and the south side of the room if you're kind of standing in the middle. It's mostly like, used for like ritual culty things. So there was like, the ritual culty things in the middle where the chanting took place. You don't see anything obvious, but you're certainly, you could certainly go investigate.
I'll at least go look under the benches just to check the floors.
Does the ritual thing have marks on the floor like the other places did?
Yes.
So can we mess with those while we're here?
Sure. So we have two things happening, correct? So we have Svetlana looking under some benches.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to help Svetlana look, by the way, just to kind of speed the process along.
Mm.
Sal's kind of feeling the pressure of like, we need to find Maz. We need to do something about what these people did to Toko. And so Sal just wants to help.
Yeah. Sal, you can take that bench over there and I'll look at this one.
Okay. So Sal and Svetlana are looking under each bench respectively, and we have Hilo looking around at the symbol kind of in the middle to see what Hilo could find.
I'm actually looking at how to disrupt the symbol. So can I scuff it with my foot? Do I need to
okay. All right.
Chisel something else? What are the options?
So I guess let me handle the one, then I'll handle the other because I think they're kind of happening at the same time. Does that sound fair to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah. So Sal and Svetlana, they look under the benches and they squint a little bit. Each of them kind of at the same time. It's like weird. And then they turn and then they look at each other across the whole room, kind of squint again, look under the benches, squint back at each other. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's just a bench. Just a bench. Sorry, little visual comedy for every now. And then for Hilo, looking at the symbol, it is actually a gigantic hand symbol in the center of the room.
Is it engraved or is it painted? What is it?
Right. So it if you go and look up close at it, and you actually want to are you gonna touch it?
I wanted to see what it was before I tried to mess with it. Yeah. So I'm just looking at it at the moment.
Okay, just checking. So if you are looking at it, it appears to have some indentations just below it. It appears to be a sort of indentation in the floor. So it both has sort of like a darker coloring, even though the floor is already dark. It definitely has a darker hue to make it kind of pop in contrast to the floor. And it looks like somebody did some carving to kind of get it to appear that way.
So it looks like
anybody's welcome to welcome to touch it.
So to disrupt it, it would require chiseling through to try to do something else with it. And we don't have time for that. So
I mean,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for it. But you don't want to touch it? You don't want to put your hand on the hand?
Is there any paint or anything around? You could just throw some paint over it. I don't know. I'm trying to mark through it with that.
There's lots of blood. It's weird. Don't know where that came from.
But the dead body, you're just gonna scrub it around on it.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, let no, not the
no.
Not with our experience of someone got healed and came back from being dead and then was not very friendly.
That's a fair point.
That's true.
Where did the screaming come from?
Out the same door, the only way in and out. That same door kind of felt pretty far off in the distance though.
So back up the stairs and then back into the room with the mirror is our option currently, right?
Or deeper into the temple. I guess you don't really know, but yeah.
Can I use my arcane sense on the floor thing? The thing that no one was touching.
I mean, I keep suggesting that people could touch it. That's fine. No, you can definitely do that. Can you give me, let's get the first roll of the day, everybody, a little presence roll.
Woo! I love this.
I love this too.
Do you need to roll for arcane sense?
No, I'm just having fun with it.
Okay, fair. I just want to check.
So if you want me to actually explain why, then I'm kind of like, what do I want to do with it? So I want to see kind of like how high or low it is, and I'll use that to kind of judge how much we get. So
all I'm saying is I recognize when a GM is just trying to get extra fear for free.
Trying to farm fear.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, funny you should say that, because that's a 13 with fear.
Nice. All right. So you definitely get the sense that this is a area that is strongly magical. You kind of have a feeling, I guess, of dread and kind of like that, a similar feeling to when you had entered the temple in the first place, and but it feels even stronger in a lot of ways. And the thing that you kind of notice on top of that is that internally you actually get that feeling of sort of like warmth, but then that warmth sort of like spreads throughout your body. And the thing that it reminds you of more than anything else is that connection to the vision that you had seen when looking into the mirror. That vision of yourself as Scorchborn. But instead of a feeling of like dread or sadness with it, it actually just gives you that feeling of warmth that spreads throughout your body, and it actually like leaves you feeling a little like elated and kind of just like connected to this place.
Cool.
Does she share that with the rest of us, or she keeps that to herself?
She's gonna keep that to herself.
Do we notice Bogha like doing the arcane sense at all, or
she has her hand outstretched a little bit, and she just has like a kind of a comforted, like froggy smile on her face, like she's just had the first warm hot chocolate of the season.
Do you sense something, Bogha?
Oh, it's so comfortable.
Bogha?
It's so warm.
What's so warm, Bogha? And Sal's advanced returning blade kind of like instinctually snaps into his hand. Bogha, what's warm?
Just a feeling.
Okay, you're okay?
I'm better than okay.
I'm gonna take my axe and I'm going to slam it into the ground where the hand symbol is. So like chip the stone.
That's a choice.
Somebody had to touch it. Okay.
It may or may not like go through the stone, but
I like it. I like where your head's at.
Thank you.
So
did I just ruin something?
No, you did not. I'm just trying to think of... Actually, no, I do want you to roll for that one. And I'm not trying to farm fear. There's a reason. Friend.
Sure,
sure,
buddy.
That's what a fear farmer would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a strength roll.
Oh, strength. That's a 9 plus 3, so 12. With hope.
Okay, take a hope. And so you slam the axe down, and it literally, like, as though you hit like a thing of like rubber, it like bounces back and just comes up off the floor. And like you kind of just barely grab it, like wah, 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 wah.
It like vibrates in my hand, and I'm like, I feel that like whenever you're trying to chop wood and you hit a knot, that's what it feels like.
It would feel, yeah, kind of like that. And like you get the sense, having used this axe for a long time, that like you didn't even connect with the floor, but that this is sort of like a strong magical presence in this spot, which makes sense because this is the same spot that flame creature had emerged from in the previous battle.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I should touch it. It is magic, though, and I am magic, so I can handle it, I think.
I mean, you're welcome to keep trying.
Svetlana,
Yes, Bogha.
if you would indulge me, would you just stand guard quickly?
Yes.
Bogha then puts her foot onto the symbol onto the floor there.
Sal is gonna he's kind of right outside the area of the symbol, and if anything comes out or if I see Bogha in any pain at all, he is gonna just try to dive and tackle Bogha off the symbol. So
No, so suddenly you get a warmth that starts at your foot and then it spreads throughout the rest of your body. Again, feeling actually sort of like connection and I guess I'm sorry. I mean, of hope, really. And then in your mind's eye, you briefly get a flash of Maz. You get a flash of yourself, and you get a flash of the two of you then together, sort of in like a well-lit room, reunited.
Oh,
Are you okay, Bogha?
fascinating.
Bogha,
What's fascinating?
what's happening?
This symbol, it feels so out of place here.
How so?
It's she'll ask kind of incredulously, I saw Maz.
What? Where is she?
I saw myself. I
Here?
do not know, but we were together.
Do you think that the symbol could take us to her?
I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out.
I touch it.
Can I just say, I love how we went from everybody's like, don't touch it, don't trust him, don't trust him. Everyone's like, yeah, touch the thing. You, Svetlana, then suddenly gets a vision of herself in the moments that she has doubted herself the most, where she suddenly questioned her love for Kor and the certainty through which she's gone through a lot of her life. And then suddenly there's like a flash and she sees herself as Scorchborn with, flames kind of emerging from different parts of her body, smoke and ash.
Am I able to take my hand off?
Yeah, sure.
Because as soon as I see a vision of myself, Scorchborn, I take it off as if it's like burned me. Like that quick reflexive action. And I just shock white. Which I have rusty brown fur all over my body. So I look very pale and, oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Bogha, get off of that.
And just to be clear too, Svetlana, you didn't get a bad feeling from it though. It was no dread. There was no sense of, kind of malice. But sorry, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Well, I feel like I think Svetlana has spent so much of her life trying to be good and thinking she knows what good is, that when she sees this glimpse of herself being something that is different than what she is right now, she's afraid of it. So even though she felt good, she felt bad that she felt good in that situation.
Totally fair. Yep. I just want to make sure you didn't think that was giving you that feeling, but that all makes sense. Go with it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, I can't like this. This is not me. And she doesn't want Bogha to be led down this path and led astray. So she will grab Bogha, and try to pull Bogha. But I don't know if Bogha is resisting or not.
Svetlana, stop. What are you doing?
You can't let it get you. Just don't. It'll corrupt you. Please, just for me.
How can you? But what if this is the way to Maz?
We'll find another way.
This could be the way.
We have to find another way, Bogha. We cannot go down this path. Kor, I don't think Kor wants us to go down this path.
But
Do you trust me?
I sense no malice. It was... So warm.
Me neither, Bogha, but that is what scares me. That is exactly what scares me.
What if this is a sign? What if this is a sign from your god that this is where we're meant to be? This is where we're meant to go.
I don't know, Bogha. I haven't heard from my god in too long. I don't know what he wants anymore.
You haven't heard from your god?
I collapse on the ground outside of the circle, or outside of the thing on the floor, and you see tears.
Svetlana.
I don't know, Bogha. I don't know anymore.
When was the last time you heard from your god?
I still feel his power in moments when I call to him, but sometimes I don't know if that power is good, and it scares me, and I don't want to be like them, Bogha. I don't want to be like the Scorchborn.
And you aren't.
You promise?
I promise. Sometimes those entrusted with power are... They are led by their own desires. First and foremost. You are not. You are so good. You're bright. You're just...
Can you
You're
promise?
not like them.
Can you promise me something, Bogha?
Of course.
If I become like them, if I become bad, you won't just tell me.
It won't happen.
You will kill me. Please, promise me, Bogha. I cannot let myself become one of them.
You can't ask that of me. No. I can't... Not with my hand.
Do you love me?
Of course. But this is... I will not kill you. If that happens, we will find a way to make it right.
Svetlana, we would... Sal's kind of on the outside, and I don't think anybody's whispering, so he's been listening to all of this. We would... I think we would save you before we would kill you. I know I'm kind of the newest one here, but I didn't join you all because I thought that we were going to, I don't know, find riches, or even just because I thought we were going to have interesting adventures. I watched you. I saw all of you put yourselves in the way of people who maybe couldn't defend themselves. And Sal points down to the symbol on the ground, and whatever power you have, that's not the same as this. This is not a thing that jumps in the way when someone else is about to get hurt. This is something that takes. None of you are this. And I know it's easy to be afraid of who we're going to become, but right now the only thing we can do is try to save Maz, and maybe if there's some kind of way to avenge Toko. That's all we have right now. And if something happens to you, if something happens to any of us, we figure that out together. We don't kill each other to solve problems.
You don't understand the power of core. I know I am powerful, but right now I have control over that power. But what if I no longer have control? You touch it, you will see. It is tempting.
Sal touches it.
What are you touching it with?
Sal looks at Svetlana and drops down to his knees, which isn't a far drop because he's not very big. And puts his hand right on it.
So you're taken aback immediately by almost as though your hand suddenly feels as though it was burnt. But that very quickly transitions to a very pleasant sensation of kind of almost like tingling, but then it starts to move from your hand throughout the rest of your body, and it actually centers around your heart. And then suddenly you feel this great feeling of connection to something that you can't really quite describe, but something bigger than yourself. Then suddenly you get a vision of your friend from the past, Amira, who you used to be connected with, but thinks you've betrayed her and you haven't seen in so long. Of those you've seen in the endless forest and those things that you remember there that are the good memories and not the bad. And then you get a flash, and that suddenly the warmth from your center, you kind of see yourself outside your body, and then you see yourself suddenly starting to smoke, and ashes start to come from your body in your mind's eye.
Do any of us outside of Sal that are not touching the thing, do we see anything different about Sal or notice anything happening?
So you're all basically staring at him, probably. I mean, don't let me meta you if you're not staring at him. But
No,
you're just
I would be.
You're like, what's he doing? Because he looks exactly the same. He's just is there.
How much time elapses while he's touching the circle?
So that vision is essentially instantaneous, time-wise. Like, to Sal, it feels longer. To anybody who's touched it, it feels like, right? That's like a longer experience. But for you guys, like, moments have passed.
Sal would pull his hand back and look at Svetlana again, and then stand up to his feet. We need to find Maz.
We can deal with my demons another day. Does anybody have a plan? Does anybody know where she might be?
I mean, where else could she be?
I don't
Hilo
know.
hikes a thumb over his shoulder back the way we came in.
You think she is back? I will follow you, Hilo.
She's not here.
You're pretty intuitive. Me and my axe will follow. And I walk to Hilo.
And Hilo's just going to turn around and go back up the stairs, I guess.
Sal would follow.
Yriel too.
So Hilo's in the front.
Apparently.
Who's in the back?
Bug's gonna be last. As she gets to the doorway, she looks back at the circle, just as if she was trying to make a decision, contemplating her options. And I think she'll trust in Svetlana and follow the party after breaking her gaze from the circle.
So then, is it safe to say that everybody's going back through that same door that they came in? The only door, again, to be clear.
Should be back up the stairs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hilo, you're just walking like your normal clanky self?
I mean, yeah, we just had a fight downstairs, so I figured there's no point in trying to be too sneaky. I mean, he's not running forward, but he's walking
Got it.
Purposefully.
Got it. So Hilo is the first one to emerge back into the room through which you guys had passed through somewhat quickly. If we recall from the last session that I believe it was Svetlana, shocker, who had run in there, axe wielded after hearing the chanting, basically gone to see what was happening. Does that sound roughly correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I think I misunderstood so it was mirror room and then another room and then the room that we just had the fight in. There's a
Yes.
room oh, okay. Yeah, I completely missed. Okay.
Yeah, so from last time, and I think I described that we were kind of in the midst of action. So there was the mirror room. You guys descended some stairs, right? Kind of went into another room. But then at that point, you'd already heard the chanting. So everyone pretty much dashed directly into the chanting room where the chanting was and kind of ignored the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So we the party begins to emerge, and Hilo begins to walk out into the room. And as kind of alluded to earlier, it's like a hangout spot. It's like every cultist has to get their cup of joe, cup of blood, cup of flame, whatever it might be in the good old Scorchborn Temple. There's actually a flame or a fire, kind of like in the far off, let's say western part of the room, just kind of crackling. Doesn't look like someone's been there recently necessarily, but it is an active flame. But shocker again, in a Scorchborn Temple, there's kind of, gonna expect to find all kinds of flames. You found them on the floor, etc., and so on. There is no evidence of any food or anything recently, but you can tell that with the well-worn kind of like tables and benches, there's just a few of them, in the area, that this is a spot that has certainly, been used. And then as you walk out, I guess I'll say maybe Hilo kind of like looks down towards would be Hilo's probably left side, and you notice that there is a stairwell right there leading further down, and you can tell that a little bit further up, it looks like there's another sort of hallway. So there's kind of like two options going towards the left-hand side or the south end of the room. And then on the north side of the room, which would be the right, is the place where the mirror was that you had already been.
So Hilo walks over towards the stairs and listens at the top of the stairs.
The first set?
The stairs are going down, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything, but you can kind of like barely make out what looks like it is probably a door a little bit further down those stairs. And you can actually see, and the reason you know it's a door is there's a little bit of light kind of like emerging from the door, and you can tell the light's coming from some sort of flame because of how it's kind of like shifting and flickering. That's the one set of stairs, or the one hallway stairs thing. Like I said, there's another one a little bit further ahead of you, though, you think.
Can Sal kind of scurry ahead and check just look and listen down the other one?
Yeah. So you also don't hear anything, but on this one, you kind of look down and you can tell that there's light down there, but you just kind of see the stairs go down and the floor looks more or less similar. And then you can tell that there's no door at the bottom, but that it kind of opens up into another space. So you're, safe to bet that it's probably another room of some sort.
Can Sal sneak down those stairs and just see what he can see?
Yeah, sure. You can give me a... Guess what would it be? Instinct? I guess instinct or finesse?
I was going to say, am I rolling for sneaking or do I need to roll to sneak? My movement is naturally silent, so because I am a wildborn. So up to you what you want me to roll. Do you want me to roll to sneak or do you want me to roll to see you're here?
Yeah, no, you can sneak and you have advantage.
Okay. Ooh, 19 with hope.
Oh, baby. You're very, very sneaky. You're walking down the stairs then, I'm assuming, correct? Trying to see what's in that room?
Yeah, I would go down and see, since you said there's no door at the bottom, kind of see what happens when I get to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. You still don't hear anything. You kind of like sneak your head maybe around the corner a little bit. Is that fair to kind of see what's in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you go ahead and take a look-see, and as you take a look-see, the first thing that strikes you is that on the one side of room, and actually, I guess would it be fair that you're kind of like taking a peek and then kind of pulling back? Like, because I guess, you don't want to stick your head out, or do you want to just really stick your froggy head in there?
I think it would be a fairly short look, and then if I don't see, like, when you said the first thing that strikes you, I was afraid you were going to be like, the first thing that strikes you is
an arrow in the face. No.
Right. So if I don't see anything that feels like it's gonna be painful in the quick sneak, then I might look longer.
Yeah. So you are quickly actually you look, and then you pull your head back because you think you see somebody. But then all of a sudden your brain takes a second to process it, and you realize that you actually just saw like a standing suit of armor, not like full armor, but like as though it's being stored there. So then you kind of like put your head back over, and then you look around the room, and you see some lovely little arrow. What would you call those things? Targets.
Yeah.
You see targets at the one end of the room. Dartboards.
It's just big dangerous darts. That's what arrows is.
That's what arrows are.
Just very large darts. at the end of the room, along with at the far end, I guess that'd be my western part of the room, there'd be some armor lining the other one, and then you see that there's 2 doors on the southern end of the room on the opposite side that are currently closed, and then there is an anvil currently with nothing else on it, but suggesting to you that this might be some sort of armory, weapony thingy. And then I'd assume you kind of pull your head back once you feel like you kind of took in, most of the stuff that's there. But there's no people or things there that are moving or alive or whatever.
Okay. Positioning wise, the doors that I see, do those seem like they're heading to the hallway, like in the same direction of where Hilo was looking? So Hilo was looking down a staircase, and then I go down another staircase, and there's doors. Is it the direction towards the staircase Hilo was looking down? No,
you would assume these are going in another direction. And actually, there are 3 different doors. There's 2 to the south and 1 towards the west.
Okay. Got it. Okay. I would sneak back up the stairs and just say, I think it's an armory. Anybody want anything? I can go grab a suit of armor if anybody needs anything, but I didn't see anything or anyone down there other than maybe some things to rob when we have more time. Not saying that we should steal, Svetlana. Not saying that we would steal ever.
Borrow.
Well, I mean, the last time it came to Bogha and she gave it to me, so I didn't steal anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't steal because
yeah,
we're the good guys, right?
I hope so, she says, and kind of like looks off.
I mean, if we're stealing from bad guys, is that an issue? I don't feel like that would be an issue.
It's a double negative, maybe.
I don't have any issues with it. Anyways, sorry, I got us off track, but the point is, Az isn't down there, I don't think.
Then I don't think we should waste any more time.
Hilo, what'd you see?
Door?
So just to be sure, Hilo saw a door, and you saw 3 doors. So
did you tell us that there was other doors?
Yeah, I think I described them just to make sure everyone's got it.
Yeah. You described it, an armory with doors.
Yeah, not
going
him.
From there that weren't going to the. Oh.
Did Sal tell us there was other doors?
Right. I don't think Sal would have left that out. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, there were doors down there, but I didn't open them.
Well, I think we just pick one way, and if we don't find her, we run back the other way. I think that's the best.
I think we just start opening doors. Do you want me to go check out what's behind Hilo's door?
Yeah. Yes, I think we should.
So,
what's behind door number 3?
Let's all go down the stairs then, and
do you want me to check first since I'm and Sal kind of looks at Svetlana. Quieter than
yes, I know. Yes, you go first.
So Hilo kind of motions to the sides of the doors and says, perhaps if we stayed there. So we all go down and Sal.
Sure.
We go ahead and let Sal open the door, but we are like ready on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case there's like a fight or something when you open the door.
You make a good point, Hilo, that we've already made a pretty good deal of noise. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't know we're here, but if we can move quietly, maybe they won't know when we're coming, if that makes sense. And Hilo kind of would like to, give everybody a little bit of advice. This isn't like a class ability or anything, but I can't make that decision for Hilo. I don't know why I said that.
I was like, okay, what am I saying?
No, Hilo, you got it, buddy. No, Sal would like to give everyone advice about just the best way to kind of walk people through how he moves so quietly. So he's just kind of like, got to watch where you're stepping. A lot of us have metal on our persons that make a lot of noise. So you gotta,
Sal, you weren't with us when we tried to teach Hilo to be stealthy before. I appreciate your effort, but I'm not sure it's gonna accomplish what you want.
To be fair, I'm stealthier than some.
I laugh.
He does not look. He does not look at Svetlana.
As I laugh, the chainmail on my chest just kind of jingles a little bit.
Sal is gonna shrug and then just move down the stairs.
And you're going towards the door?
I'll go last.
Okay.
Sal will wait till people get in position behind him before he opens anything.
So Sal is approaching the door? Is
Sal's
Sal
approaching the door.
going to go open the door?
Yeah.
So
slowly.
As you go to open the door
can.
and you reach for the handle, you're taken aback as it starts to open from the other side.
Sal would pull his hand back, but he's
not doing anything
moving.
else? Just waiting for it to open?
I mean, I think he'd be too startled. I think he'd just kind of be like, he'd maybe look at the people behind him, but I think he'd be too startled that the door.
I was making sure in case you wanted to, a little reaction roll. If somebody wanted to try to do something, I wanted to, leave open the possibility.
I mean, I imagine Svetlana, being the jumpy person that she is probably going to pull her axe out, but she's not going to throw it until she knows it's not Maz on the other side. So just to be
clear, for the first time in this campaign, Svetlana's not throwing her axe.
Well, I don't see the person yet, but yeah.
Is the door opening inwards or outwards?
It is opening inwards.
As soon as I see they're not Maz, I mean, all bets are off. But
yes. So the door is opening away from us. Okay.
Into the room, and as it opens up, I would say, stop me if I'm editing you guys, but it's fair to everyone kind of like holds their breath for a second, and then emerging from the door, you see a person sitting, which is really strange because you're like, then how did the door open? And then quickly, as you guys kind of refocus and come back with it, you see an adult elf sitting in a wheelchair, looking up at you. Says, "Hi, were you joining us?"
Sal looks over his shoulder, just like, "Yeah, are we in the right place?"
Says, "Yeah, no, this is where everyone."
I put the axe back.
This is where everyone stays. This is where everyone stays who are waiting their turn. But please come in. And he then sort of wheels himself backwards and into the room. And as you kind of look into the room itself, you're struck by just how nice and cozy it is. It just got some flames going. It feels nice and warm. There's some lighting. There's a couple of tables. There's a couple little bits. There's some snacks on the table in there. And you see him just kind of go towards one of the tables as he wheels himself backwards, sort of gesturing you all in.
Actually, we were here to witness another of our friends transition. Could you maybe show us to where that's happening? We're a little late. I'm sorry, we got caught up in the woods.
And he kind of looks over and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of having a hard time hearing you way back there. Were you gonna come in, or could you be a little louder?
Yeah, sorry. Our friend Maz was supposed to have her ceremony sometime today, and we're a little late, but I was hoping you could maybe show us to where she is at.
So you see him actually kind of then wheel his way back towards the door in the midst of your talking, so he's getting a little bit closer. And as he does so, you notice that this elf is in the wheelchair, that there's a scar kind of going over his left cheek, and then one eye is colored milky white. And you're kind of assuming that he can't see through that one due to maybe disease or injury or something else. And then he kind of looks at you and says, "Wow, one of your friends is already moving along. They're so fortunate." Saying, I'm not sure where the ritual takes place. I'm just, been waiting my turn, but, I figured that they're going to come get me when it's my time and my turn.
Oh, how long have you been waiting?
He looks around and kind of looks up for a second. So I'd say at least 3 or 4 weeks now. I've probably been waiting my turn down here. I'll say, and it's because once I found out about, the Scorchborn, I knew that was the place that I needed to be, both to better myself and better the world around me. And so I'm patiently waiting for my turn.
Have you had a lot of people waiting with you?
Oh, not a lot. No, there's a couple people in the rooms back here, and he kind of like points over in the one direction, and you notice that there's like a hallway further out there. And so he's kind of gesturing and says like, yeah, there's rooms for those of us who are waiting, and I think only a couple are occupied right now. But yeah, they've kind of come and gone a bit. But we're all, like I said, waiting patiently to, see if we can, both better ourselves and everyone else around us.
I wonder if... Oh, go ahead, Hilo.
Hilo breaks in from it. So, have you seen a fairy recently?
She looks like this, and I use the glamour stone, and I spend a hope to recreate her appearance.
Ooh, fancy. The elf, which by the way, then kind of like is sort of startled and a bit taken aback because wasn't, anticipating something, quite like that happening, right in front of him. And then, I was making sure. I want to see something about the glamour stone. Okay. It's like looks and it's like, no, I haven't seen any fairies like that come through. But that's a really, really great trick. And you kind of notice him like, sort of like then makes like a little squinty eyes at you, like, like maybe doesn't quite trust you now that he saw what you can do with that changing of appearance, and just says, well, my name's Wayan Thiedwick, and say it's nice to meet you all, but I, if you needed to come get your room, there's still a number available right down here if you wanted to come in, unless you were doing something else.
Oh no, we're just not far along enough yet to really be able to transition. But our friend, I mean, she's proselytized to us all the time. We've heard the spiel, and I think I can speak for my friends. We're all in. We just we're
all in on the spiel. I'm sorry, Hilo does not say that out loud. He's trying to nod very respectfully, covering the like. All the while internally he's cringing, and his cloak actually changes colors at this moment because he's kind of distracted, to a kind of an embarrassed red at how bad Svetlana is at lying.
So Svetlana, you want to give me a presence roll?
Oh gosh, no. Is that an option? Can I say no?
Your plus with your plus 0? Yeah. Yep, with your plus 0.
So Wayan has wheeled back to the doorway, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, Wayan's not in the hallway.
Well,
18.
I just mean like he's facing the doorway. Is that fair? Or is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you've rolled what?
18 with hope.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
Thank you. With a plus 0. So
Sal would kind of wander over to the snack table, and if he thinks someone's looking, he would kind of be looking through the snacks. But if he thinks that Wayan is not looking, he's kind of like investigating around the room. So you don't have to, I don't want to interrupt what everybody else was doing. Sal's just kind of like trying to be his sneaky self in the background while this is happening.
Yeah, no, but I think that's good. So I would say that they're happening at the same time. So you want to give me an instinct roll?
Sure. Not great. Oh, you know what I didn't add last time? I didn't add my finesse when I rolled. That's really funny. Okay, well that's a 10, but it's with hope.
Okay, take a hope if you didn't. You guys are probably getting maxed out on hope. And you look around the room and you more or less notice pretty much everything that you've already kind of like seen upon the initial impression. It's fairly similar. Wayan doesn't, really take any mind to you because, you're kind of just strolling in. Like he actually had invited you just moments ago, right? To say, hey, come on in, see what's happening here. And, he's kind of looking over at Svetlana, who was, successfully convinced him that they are here for, legitimate purposes. And, it says, so are you looking to transition, as well? And is that what you seek?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, eventually, but we're hoping to watch our friend first so that we could kind of get an idea of what to expect. You know how it is.
No, well, that's what the visions are for. Haven't you seen the visions?
Yeah, yes, but we wanted to support our friend, of course. You understand how that is.
Yeah, but no one ever sits in the transition as far as I've ever heard. I think that everyone it's a journey that they do unto themselves. It's a very personal and private ritual for each individual to see, how they come out on the other side. Like I like to believe that, when I'm done, I'll emerge out of this wheelchair and I'll be able to walk once again.
Bogha kind of leans up to Hilo and asks, "Doesn't sound like these people have very many friends."
Yes. So I know that it's not typical for people to watch these ceremonies, but we're like kin with her and she with us, and so we're essentially like, I don't know, one, if you might say that. So it's just as if she were alone in there, if we're in there. So they made an exception for us because we're so special.
While this is happening,
because you're so special.
Yes,
that's your line.
I mean, don't you see how I glow? And then I'll like glow a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, because I think Sal's jumping as well.
I think Bogha had something. If you want to go first,
Sorry, Bogha.
Bogha kind of says, "I mean, you can't start fire with just one kindling, can you?"
Exactly.
You see, Wayan looks back like a little bit thoughtful, like, "Huh, that's a good point," and then looks back and says, "Well, I'll be honest. I haven't been around most of the temple. I've only seen the large symbol on the floor, and I've seen the mirror, and I know that there's a library down the hallway, and I know that there's a quarters for the cook, where all the food does come from, but I've never seen the actual ritual chambers, so I'm not sure exactly where they are. I'll say I haven't been fortunate enough to see them myself, but I think right around here is mostly where you get to the places that I named. So I'm guessing that the chambers must just be somewhere else in the temple."
Good to know. You've been very helpful. Thank you. I mean, have you seen much direction people have come and gone when they've been called?
Sorry, what direction?
Yeah, what direction they've gone from here?
Back up the stairs you came.
All right, thank you very much. You've been so helpful. I'll make sure to tell the head that they should probably bump you up. You've been so helpful. Thank you. And I'll just start walking up the stairs.
Sal is, while all this is happening, Sal just wants to, he mentioned there being like bedrooms past the room that he had greeted us in. Sal just kind of wants to peek his head in and see if there's anything else back there see if there's anything else back there other than accommodations, really.
Sal peeks his head around the corner and looks down what is a rather long hallway, but the thing that he notices first is that there's a number of doors. He sees 3 different doors along one of the sides of the hallway, and then at the very end, there's another door kind of hinting that if they are bedrooms, that there's a room at the very south end, and then there's maybe some other rooms kind of along to one side. You can't tell if they're occupied or not or anything like that. They're just closed doors. Assuming Wayan's correct, though, they can be bedrooms or quarters or whatever.
Can Sal sneak down to the end of the hallway and open that southmost door?
Before you do that, do you see me leave? Or are you already headed over there?
I think Sal is just very distracted by his curiosities. So he's...
All right. Split the party.
Woo!
What could go wrong? So Sal goes all the way down towards the end of the hallway. You said the southern one?
Yeah, just kind of peek in the southernmost door. Or at least see if it's unlocked and then decide.
It's definitely unlocked.
Okay. He would peek inside.
You peek inside and you see an empty bedroom. Totally boring.
Okay.
In that one.
On the way back, can you check the other doors? Just kind of very gently open them. See if anybody's
I'm dressing.
So you start to work your way back and you open up one door sneakily. Empty room.
Yep.
You go to the next door, you open it up, and you kind of like slowly open it. There's flame in the room for light. and you see a furbolg laying on a bed reading a book quietly. Doesn't notice you.
What's the name of the book? Can I see it?
No.
Hang it.
Is it smut?
Are there any?
So you look at the pictures, and there's no.
Okay.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know
It
Scorchborn
looks like an
smut. It's
instruction
fine.
book
Scorched
for
in
some
love.
yoga.
Oh,
Or,
Burning Love is the name.
oh no.
Okay. Sal would close the door and then
Ashes to acids.
Oh no!
Amazing, Aries.
Oh no! I regret everything, but I love that. Okay.
Anyway, Sal would.
I'm sorry for the people at home. Bogha just said ashes to asses. I just want to make that clear.
That was out of character though, because Bogha's not a big swearer.
Just
That
wait
was-
for the sequel. Bust to bust.
Oh.
Bust to bust.
Ay.
So is Sal still going down the hallway then now?
Yeah, he would quietly close the door. If the person had noticed him, he was going to say something, but it's fine. He would quietly close the door, check the other doors.
So as you close that door and you start to walk towards the next door, you hear a clop, clop, like there's hooves getting on the floor.
Okay. He just keeps going.
You just keep going?
Yeah.
Are you still going to check the other door?
Sure.
Okay. You sneakily open that door, and as you open it up, you find that there's light in the room, and you see an elderly human man staring you dead in the face.
Oh, sorry. We were told to find a bedroom, but we didn't really get any information on which ones were free. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to pry. I hope you're dressed. Ooh, this is awkward. I'm so sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Next time you gotta knock before you come into these rooms.
You are
Say the ones down towards the other end are free.
You are absolutely right, and I'm so sorry about that. Please accept my apologies, and hey, we're all gonna be reborn in flames soon, so you look good. He kind of does little finger guns and then pulls the door closed.
As you close the door, you hear him go, "Ugh, the youth of today. I'll say they got no respect." And then you hear like a tap, like you figure it's probably like a cane behind there. And then you hear this dude just kind of start to get up and move around the room. Goes, "They'll never know what it was like back in the day." And then you're, I'm assuming, walking off at this point.
Yeah, I'd be headed back to the staircase. I'd maybe pass Wayan and just be like, "Thank you so much for your help. If you talk to anybody back there, I'd probably knock first. That's my big piece of advice, and then I would just keep moving up the stairs."
So as you're walking, Wayne's just like, "Well, of course you knock. That's just the right thing to do." And it gets quieter.
Was that the
as, like,
sound of?
Sal's,
Was
like,
that the sound of Wayan's Wayan falling off a cliff? Did he? Did he get
He's
taken?
so old he's falling asleep mid rant. It's fine.
Yeah. Yep. I figure as you get further away, it'd get a little bit quieter, but that's.
Oh no, I
maybe he's falling
got
off
it.
a cliff,
It was
Okay.
an easy joke. I wanted to make it.
Yeah.
As you go past way in to the way out.
Oh,
Heyo.
Oh.
Oh,
Teacher regretting all of his decisions.
Well, and I came up with so many names. We didn't even get to them. That's okay. That's
That's
how
okay.
it goes. That's the GM life.
can Sal easily catch up to the group? I don't know where they are after my.
I don't know
So
if anyone else is following me.
Yeah, I was following with Svetlana, and he actually reaches out and pats her on the shoulder in a comforting manner, which seems weird because she's just walking away, and he's like, "We'll work on your prevarication,
What?
your storytelling.
Oh. Wait, it wasn't good?
It worked, so it was good.
Oh,
But
good.
you can do
yes.
better."
Oh, well, we can always do better, right?
So I'd like to think of it then, because you guys were a little bit further ahead. Is it fair to say that maybe you guys were kind of either up the stairs or working your way up the stairs as Sal is then kind of coming back out of the room? Does that sound maybe correct?
Sal's so sneaky we didn't notice he was gone, I think is correct. We were just we were like, we're gonna head back the way we came and start deciding where else to go, I think.
Okay.
And
so
where is
the one thing... Okay.
Where is Yriel in all of this as well?
Yeah, I thought we were just kind of all following along together, except Sal, who wandered off to peek in bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Peeping Sal. I love it.
Okay, sorry. Teacher, go ahead.
So then as you guys are going back up the stairs, let me just say that then I think I forgot to say that there's actually a hallway kind of emerging towards the opposite side that you walked past. So to make sure that we got it all together, that Wayan suggested you need to go back up the stairs to get to where he thinks the rituals take place. But there is a hallway going towards the opposite end. So if you wanted to explore further, you could go there. But Wayan had suggested that he thinks, if he knows the right answer, the rituals would be going up and towards the other side. In the direction of the armory, I guess I would say. Is more
I was going to say,
along
the
those
direction of the
lines.
armory, right, was where
Yep.
was where he was describing. Okay.
And we didn't detect any, that he was lying to us.
I mean, nobody asked.
Can I reassess in my brain, I wonder if what he was saying was...
I mean, you want to give me an instinct roll? Let's go for
I
it.
do.
That sounds like the world's highest DC waiting to happen.
I wouldn't say highest.
11 on the hope, 5 on the
11
fear.
what?
11 on the hope, 5 on the fear. So 16 plus 2, 18 with hope. I'm maxed out on hope now.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, no, you think he was being truthful. You actually get the sense that he was telling you all the things that he knows and that he was actually genuine in his belief that this is something good for him and for the people around him, that he seems to have this faith. And much like somebody else you may know, Svetlana, it seems unshakable in his tenets and his beliefs that this is for the betterment of himself and the world.
Couldn't be me. Okay. Well, I believing him to be truthful, I guess I would go towards the armory, but I'd kind of look at the rest of my team members and kind of gauge if they are hesitant to go that way or if they want to go the other direction in the hallway.
Bug's still kind of just longingly looking back at the direction the symbol room was in. It's like, so warm.
I can keep you warm, Bogha. I put an arm around Bogha, and I hold her close to me. Oh, sorry, I forget how strong I am and how tiny you are.
Thank you.
So we're going back towards, I guess, the other stairwell where Sal was going towards that armory?
The armory one, yeah.
Okay. So you guys can walk into that room without incident, for sure, right? You get in there, and then as you get in there, you notice all the same things that Sal had seen. We, shared that earlier, so if you want me to go through it again, I can. But so there's various things in there. There's 2 doors to the south. You actually get the sense that because of how the walls are set up there, and they're actually made of wood instead of stone, that these look like they could be smaller rooms made up out of a bigger room, right? It's like storage or something like that. Maybe there's 2 doors there, and then there is a 3rd door towards the western side of the room that is surrounded by stone. To your adventurer's eyes, looking like, yeah, that probably takes me to another place, like different location in the
3 doors down.
3 doors.
Hey yo,
2 down. Just tell me about the kryptonite.
Well, I think I want to go to the one that takes us elsewhere.
Did
Teacher just get a pop culture reference?
I am proud.
I mean, it's a 20-something-year-old pop culture reference, but yes.
And maybe it dates us a little bit.
I think that's officially an oldies reference at this point. I hate to break it to you.
All right.
They call me Superman.
Did
I
can't wait to use
Sorry.
that on the show. That's gonna be fun to leave in.
That was actually in game, to be clear. So good luck with that. No.
Did Sal make it to the top of the stairs in time to see where people went, or is it easy for Sal to follow? I don't know how long extra. How much longer he was down there? Okay.
No, yeah, it's not a very long hallway to see from that door to the stairs. So yeah, you would definitely see that they're kind of going up and to the left, let's say, and then you you could easily follow along if you so choose.
Sal would do it.
Yriel, I noticed you've been a little quiet since we got to the temple room with the thing on the floor. How are you feeling?
I just want to find my friend. I'm very impatient too.
Yeah. Do you
wandering back and forth? I thought that when we got to this temple or whatever it is, that I was ready to charge in and rescue my friend, and now we still can't find her.
Yeah, it's like a maze in here. Do you have any, you're very connected to Maz, I know. Do you have any instinct do you think this is the right way?
I don't have any extra senses that would allow me to track her down here, other than like the standard.
And your very large ears.
Yes.
What big ears you do have.
Thanks for noticing. Stroke them, kind of,
I grew them myself.
Do you want to lead the way, Yriel?
I can. Pazu and I, we scout sometimes.
Yeah. Why don't I'll follow behind you.
Okay. But now we're inspecting the armory, and did it have other exits?
So there's two. Yeah, there's 3 doors down. There's 2 doors to the south there's the door has like a wood wall next to it, so you get the sense that there's maybe something else. It's the same room, but they kind of like divided it up to put stuff in these little spots, right? Like you don't get the sense there's probably like a big hallway back here because of the wood and how it's built. The last door, though, on the western side is surrounded by stone, suggesting that it, might be a whole separate room.
Well, let's go for that one.
Right behind you.
Who's...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just... I think Sal would be in the rear, unless somebody else wants it. But I have something as people start moving through the door, but I don't want to interrupt what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. So how are we going to handle this? How are we going to handle this door?
I'm just going to reach out and see if it's unlocked.
So you're gonna jiggle that handle?
Yes.
No one knows why you say things the way you do sometimes. No one knows.
Are you sure no one knows? I'm just asking.
So Yriel's in the front and Sal's in the back?
Works for me, unless somebody else wants it.
Svetlana is following right behind Yriel.
I'm next to Svetlana.
Okay. Because I was hugging her.
Jiggle the handle, and it's locked.
Heck, Maz
like
ran off with our
instead.
skeleton key.
Sal,
is it the stone door? Oh, go ahead, Sal.
Sal would hear the door not opening and kind of look up, see if he's needed. Anybody, you need my help?
Are you good at
are you able to unlock this door?
I would love to use my ability Pick and Pull to get advantage on action rolls to pick non-magical locks.
So that's what Sal says in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
Sorry,
the
go
fact
yep.
that it is locked after all these other doors, even like private rooms that weren't locked, makes me want to know what's in there.
Sal kind of reaches into his bag and pulls out a little like set of tools, and they're not what you would expect a set of tools for someone who picks locks to be. Like they all look like they came from the Endless Forest. So there is like a really hard wood stick that's tiny that he uses, and there's maybe like a piece of a bone, and so he has these whole sets of tools that are all based in the nature of the area around them. And assuming I'm allowed to, he would roll to pick the lock.
Do it.
And I'm rolling not great, but we go. Oh, well, at least my advantage die is really cooking today. Okay,
I can
so
help.
that's a
I can pray for you.
22 with hope.
Oh, He said that's not good.
I'm sorry, you were complaining?
You see a 3 on a D12 and it's not good, but then I rolled a 6 on my D6 and then I also had +3. So there was stuff. So
it was not good, but it turned out okay in the end.
So like Sal would be like,
good, but it could have been worse.
He would be like struggling and you'd hear kind of a moment where he's like, come on. And then he kind of like, I don't know if he's going to open it or not, but he would like maybe find the bolt that he would have to adjust or whatever, and then maybe it works.
Click.
You did it.
Tries the handle.
It appears ready to open.
Sal takes a step back and kind of does like a little bow and gestures towards it for Yriel, and then goes to the back of the group.
Did you check for
Yriel
traps?
kicks it.
Oh.
No.
Yriel's not trying to sneak in.
So
I'm hoping to hit it hard enough that it crashes against the wall and startles people. Okay.
Oh yeah. So you kick this door, and it doesn't smash off like the hinges, but you definitely kick it open, and there's a big like wham, like slam, right? And it's actually interesting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Open. Yeah.
It took me a second to get that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
I'm just gonna say you're welcome, but that's me, right? I'm the man.
Took it and liked it. So the door slams open, and you immediately notice that there are large torches on the sides of the room. The whole room is bathed in this light. You're also struck by a smell that is first flame, kind of like the burning that you get from smoke. And because there's more in there, it's a little bit stronger. But then you find that like layered underneath of it are urine and feces, and then the coppery smell of blood that you now notice. There's stains on the floor and a large stone table in the center. There's nothing on the table. You're just like, oh, that must have been used for some stuff. Yeah, right now. And then on the other side of the table, you do see a bars, like a jail cell, essentially, like a cell. And you can see that there's a room further in. And then to the south, you see it's like a fancy door. You're like, there's something behind that door, because it is not like the other ones. It's not just some janky wood door. It is gorgeous and beautiful and ornate. And it has some sort of symbols and carvings on it that you can't quite make out from the distance that you have right now. But you're just like I'm guessing Yriel already is like, damn, that's the door I need next. Right? Like you're already eyeing it up. Like that's the door.
I would look quickly around the room. There's nobody alive
or dead
in the room.
Not in this room, no. You can't really see inside the cell. But yeah, you can't see anybody in the room right now.
Okay. I want somebody to check the cell and somebody to check the door. I don't have to do both of those. Just
before we all move fully into that room, which I assume we're doing, but when you described the room that we're currently in, the armory room, you described suits of armor and then also like a partial suit of armor. Is there anything unique about the partial suit of armor, or was that just, am I getting lost in the sauce of you describing a particular thing and it means nothing?
The second thing. It was flavor.
Just wanted to check. Sal would follow.
It's the chair that you're going to obsess about.
It's the chair. It's the mirror. You got to have something.
But you know what this means, though? If I take back over GMing in a while, there's definitely going to be a partial suit of armor, and it's going to be deeply meaningful.
The top half. Yeah.
Deeply meaningful.
The top half, the other half, yeah. I picture Sal, like, standing up on tiptoes, looking into the half suit of armor and being like, meh.
I think he was just curious of, like, why do they have full suits of armor and then, like, half? Is somebody just running around with armor pants? Is that just someone running around with armor pants and left the rest of it?
Yeah, I guess actually I described it that way because Yeah, my impression was if you're fixing them, maybe only that was what needed to be fixed.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, it was one of those things that was stuck in my mind, and I was like, we're just probably going to pass by it on the way in, but I'm going to check. So
I mean, there were also 2 other doors you all ignored, but that's fine too.
don't tell us that.
Well, yeah.
We don't have time. We keep going.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We could split
All right,
the party.
so
No.
you
we
could
could
split the
keep
party.
going.
At this point, I think we could split the party 6 ways. There's
Yep.
there's cells and doors and lions.
I try to open the
Oh
cell.
my! I was.
Okay, so I guess as everybody going into the room to make sure I got it.
Yes.
Like
Yriel's already in.
the room with the table, right? Yeah, I figured Sal would like kind of just look at that suit, that half suit of armor, and just kind of go, guess it was nothing, and then follow in.
So as you go in, then as Svetlana's walking across the room, like at some point you actually feel your foot like a little bit stuck to the floor because you're just like, ooh, like that actually wasn't that dry, like kind of like the blood, and you realize like there's probably something else mixed in there too. You don't know what, but it doesn't feel good. And then as you walk up to the cell, you actually see a Qatari sitting in the corner staring at it, like the other side of the corner. And this person looks, just to your immediate eyes, disheveled
Qatari.
and not well fed, obviously not washed. You kind of have an odor, similar odor, even stronger, kind of the smell of now just like body odor in addition to, urine, feces, things like that coming from the cell, mixing with that, other smells in the rest of the room. And as you all enter, Svetlana's looking into the cell, sees that, and as you all are in that room, you hear a gentle kind of hum of some chanting coming from the other door from behind it, which is kind of strange because it's made out of stone. So it's almost like more of like a vibration, I guess I'd say, than like actually hearing the chanting.
Sal, is this the Qatari you saw in your vision?
Sal, like, terror seizes Sal's heart in that moment, and you kind of hear his breath stop as he hustles over to Svetlana and looks in the cage.
Sal recognizes the Qatari.
He falls down to his knees again. Amira, why are you here?
You see,
I try to rip open the door.
It feels very rock solid, and it does not want to budge. But I mean, if you really want to try,
I mean, that's my natural instinct. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I'm just gonna like try to rip it.
let's do. I mean, you got the strength. Let's do a little strengthy roll.
You know what? I haven't used my experience. Strong hands make light work.
Oh.
So I'm gonna use that.
I gotta be honest. The DC on this one's gonna be high. It's
yeah,
tough.
I expect it. That's not great. No, not a crit. All right, so 15 plus 3, so that's 18 plus 2, 20 total.
No. Yeah, and you go up to this thing and you pull on it, and you are pulling with the great strength that you possess, and for like a moment you get maybe the slightest shift, and then you just realize that like there's a tiny gap in the stone maybe, but this thing, like the bars are well embedded in the stone, so like it would take quite a bit more to actually get this thing to pull out.
Did Amira respond to me?
Yeah, so that's happening, and then as that's happening, and you have Svetlana yanking on this thing, Amira turns around slowly, and you hear her say, "Sal?
Amira, why are you here? What happened?"
You see her. Okay.
Hold on. Yriel, with her big ears, hears the name Amira and approaches Sal and asks, "Is this the Qatari you told us about that I was supposed to keep an eye out for?"
Sal kind of looks up to Yriel with really big eyes and just nods. This is my This is my oldest friend. This is he looks at Amira. This is my only friend. Before all of you, why Amira, why are you here?
She immediately gets up and dashes over to the cell wall. And it's just like looks over at Sal and for a second, kind of like hesitates, and then like, what, why am I here? Why are you here?
They have our friend. They took someone from us. We just want answers. We want to know what's going on. And Sal just kind of stops and he's breathing really deeply, like trying to take in a breath that isn't quite coming. Because his entire past is just like crashing into him right now. And so in this moment, I think that Sal is remembering growing up in the Endless Forest and what it meant to survive at any cost. And he's seeing where he learned to be so hidden in the shadows growing up. And he's seeing, having to steal from other people to get what they needed to just make it through the day. And, but also at the same time, he sees time with Amira. So he's just kind of under the weight of all of these bad feelings of like being essentially excommunicated from his community growing up, but also the laughter and the joy and the kinship. I think he's just kind of overwhelmed by that for a moment.
Yes, and she actually kind of like pauses, and she is immediately struck by kind of looking at Sal, seeing that, and almost echoing similar feelings of kinship and growth and confusion and anger that he had left, and not knowing exactly why Sal had left her, and feelings of abandonment. But then suddenly, like, just looks at him as like, you don't know what you're dealing with. You got to get out of here. They put me here. We can't get out. It's like, you're not going to be able to save them. I was like, please take care of yourself. Do what you need to.
Are you going to be okay if we? And Sal kind of like hearing "save yourself" is like something steals a little bit inside of him, and he puts his hand on the bar, because it's a bar, like it's a cage, right? Like, so there'd be a bar that he could grab onto.
Yes.
Okay, so he puts his hand on the bar and kind of pulls himself back up, and then leaves his hand there. And I tried so long to save myself, and I spent so long doing things just for me that I needed these people. And he gestures to the rest of the group. I needed these people to remind me that there is good in doing for others as well. And he just kind of grips the bar tighter. We're going to get you out of here. We're going to get everyone out of here. Will you? I don't know if we can open your cage right now. And he looks around for a lock. Is there a lock on the cage anywhere?
Not one that you can see.
Yeah. I don't know how to get you out right now. Are you going to be okay if we need to? He looks over at the ornate door. Are you going to be okay if we need to leave you here for now?
She notices your eyes looking over at that door, and you just see her face change to one of somewhat of like horror, not at you, but because you're looking over there. And it's like, I don't know exactly what happens behind that door, but anyone who comes out isn't the same, and I know that's what's coming for me.
Sal is going to reach reach behind his back, and he's going to pull out his small dagger, his secondary weapon, and he is going to hand it through the bars to Amira. I don't know if this will help. I keep it on you, keep it hidden. If you see a chance, take it. And he's going to press the small dagger into her hand, paw.
Hand.
Yeah.
You actually see her sort of like rest there for just a second, and then just as quickly, it's like as instinct kicks in, like she sort of just like spins it and then just like stuffs it kind of in like her waistband, knowing that, just like Sal in a lot of ways, that she had to survive and to get by in different ways and had to steal what she needed to get through the day, and that she's certainly adept with the blade. And you see her, look over and is like, I don't know these new friends of yours, and I don't know how you could defeat that. And then she kind of like pauses, basically just like kind of like staring off kind of in the distance for a second, and then looks back at you. But thank you. And you see like a tear sort of like emerge. Like she's not actually crying. It's just like the tear just appears though, because you can tell that she's so emotionally distraught.
I think Sal would kind of, if there's enough space between the bars, would kind of rest his head in the space in between with the intention that Amira knows this gesture. She would know from growing up that kind of putting our heads together was like our little sign of, I guess, love for each other. And so he would rest his head there. Sal doesn't get to make the call if she responds, but he would just kind of rest his head there for a moment and wait with his just taking a moment to steel himself.
Amira returns the gesture, and you actually feel as you do so, the tear that had gone down her cheek makes connection with your kind of face, sort of along like your cheek, and then it actually like you feel that wetness go down yours from her. She says again, thank you, and then she kind of starts to, after a moment, pull back, and you see her sort of go back with towards the other side of the cell. Not retreating, but going back to kind of where she was at, but you could tell with a bit more confidence and a bit more hope.
Sal turns back to the rest of the tots. And sorry, it's the name we picked. It's hard to it's hard to.
It's not a serious name,
right? No, Sal turns back to his friends and says, I don't think I needed another reason to see what's on the other side of that door, but I guess I have it. And his returning blade snaps into his hand again.
Sal, this feline means a lot to you, yes?
Yeah, it's...
Bogha's gonna look over to the guitar and say, "Could you come closer? Do you trust me? Or do you trust Sal's trust in me?"
Amira walks over and doesn't say anything, but just looks over, I guess looks down at Bogha, and then looks down at Sal, and just kind of looks back at Bogha, and wipes the, wetness from her face, and then nods her head. Yes. She doesn't say anything, just nods.
Are you willing to try something with me?
She looks down at the ground.
And I put my hand through the bars.
She looks down towards the ground, looks up, and Amira reaches out her hand to grasp Bogha's hand.
Please work. And Bogha's going to try use blink out on herself and Amira.
Oh, let's go. I forgot that it was even a thing.
And that is a 17. Beats spellcast roll I needed to
Yay!
use.
Dude.
So I blink. So in a moment, I snap my fingers, and both Bogha and Amira end up, like, on the other side of the room. And Bogha's just like, it worked! Oh!
You see Amira just immediately grasps Bogha in this hug and like actually squeezes Bogha so hard that you're like it's just like it's just so instinctual of like, you know, that and like that and then she sort of starts to collapse towards the floor and just actually starts completely sobbing. Right there.
Can Svetlana try to catch her before she collapses?
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Okay.
And Sal would be rushing over there and just attempting to be near his friend.
She just kind of lets the moment play out and is you don't know how long she's been here, but you get the sense that it has been a long time and she's been under duress for, you know, days, if not weeks. And she then, you know, starts to kind of recompose herself and looks up towards, you know, each one of you, makes eye contact with, you know, Bogha, with Svetlana, with, you know, then, you know, even Hilo and Yriel, and kind of looks at the cat and is like, friend? No. And Pazu. And then looks over at Sal, is like, I don't think I can help you in what comes next. But I hope we can reconnect.
I don't. I've learned a lot since we've seen each other, and I wouldn't ask you to face whatever it is we're going to face. Please. I know that we have an awful past, and I know that there's so much between us that we haven't ever had a chance to say, but I hope I see you again soon. Please be safe while we go in there. I will come back out of there and I will find you.
Do you need healing before you go?
She looks up and is like, I think I can make it on my own. And then she kind of starts to like get up, but then stumbles and falls back down to the ground. Like she's sincerely trying, but it's like it's a struggle bus.
Yeah. I lay my hands on her and I'll cast Healing Hands. And that succeeds with an 18 against a 13. So on a success, I will mark a stress to clear 2 hit points from her. And I'm also going to roll my D6 for my unshakable trait to see if I take the stress. That was a 5, so I'll take the stress. And she is 2 hit points lighter.
You suddenly see her like start to glow, if I can, a little bit. And it's almost as though like the glow sort of comes from where you touched her body and just like envelops her. And then suddenly she doesn't look, you know, uninjured at all, but significantly better. And then she looks over and says, thank you. And
Can you get out, Amira? Do you think you can make it out? Because you could meet me at our hiding place if you can.
She looks at Sal and is like, can I sneak my way out of a place? Come on, Sal.
Sal has one of those laughs that's like sad, you know? Like it's he's just feeling so many things, but he laughs and almost cries. and puts his head to hers again and just says, I'll find you. I promise.
Then right there, you actually see her literally leap up off the ground onto the table, jump over towards the other side of the room, towards the door, walks out through the door, and then like you heard her just barely in the room, and then as soon as she gets towards the other side, it's just like there's no sound, but you get the sense that she's working her way out.
Sal's quiet, but he looks maybe more determined than you've ever seen him.
We press ever onward.
Bogha's still saying to herself, I can't believe I actually did that. I teleported.
Bogha, I am so proud of you. That was amazing. I didn't even know you could do that. That was yes.
That was. This is. Oh my goodness.
Sal walks up to Bogha and just says, I am in your debt now. You have done something immeasurable for me. If you ever need me, I will be there. And he actually leans in and puts his head to Bogha's head in kind of the same gesture that he did with Amira.
Bogha reciprocates.
I was going to say, assuming that Bogha is on board. Otherwise, it's very awkward.
I mean, I just want to know though, do they stick together and like you can't really like pry them apart? Like,
their faces that sticky. I feel like it's one of their hands and feet.
Okay.
Yeah, frogheads are more
slimy.
I don't think it's sticky. It's slimy.
Fair. That's fair.
Slimier. Slicker. That's the word. Slicker.
Slickery.
No. Sal, we're friends, are we not? This is what friends do for each other. They help.
You have helped so much. And then
Bogha kind of steps back.
Yeah. Sal pulls away and his attention just immediately focuses on the door.
Get ready to use more of that magic, Bogha. I think we're going to need all that we can get.
I'll do my best.
So, big fancy door, everybody. I don't know what's happened with that big fancy door. I'm just saying.
I think we're
it's getting kicked. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kick it open. No slyness.
Wow.
I've got my axe ready.
Here we are.
I mean,
brandished.
Who's kicking it?
Svetlana will.
Not Bogha.
She's strong. She's ready for the fight.
So this is actually
strength
this
roll?
is important though. No, you don't need a strength roll. I mean, unless you want me to farm fear. I mean, I haven't gotten any though. You guys have been rolling great, so I'm working with a measly 2 here, everybody.
Woo!
Yep.
Aww.
I know it's sad. Don't worry. I didn't plan for other abilities to farm it, later. But so where's everybody else as Svetlana's getting ready to kick this door?
Besides Svetlana. Well, slightly.
It's a fairly wide door. It's
to the right.
It's not like
Svetlana.
gigantic, but it's bigger than the other one. So you could probably stand kind of 3 people in front of it if you wanted.
I think Sal's in the background. He is feeling energized, and I think that what that comes across as mechanically in game is that he is going to activate his unique hope feature for I think maybe the first time. I think. So I'm going to use Rogue's Dodge to spend 3 hope to get +2 to my evasion.
Ooh.
How long does that last?
Until you take damage?
Until an attack succeeds or our next rest, if I happen to be really dodgy.
So that moves you from 16 to 18 or 16 total?
16 total, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But still good.
Still good. That's pretty good.
Twice my evasion.
Remember, I'm only rolling a d20 here, friends. So, all right. So I've got Bogha, Svetlana kicking the door. Is Yriel and Pazu kind of gathered up by the door?
Oh yeah. Seeing Svetlana approaching the door, axe in hand, Yriel's, got her sword out right there next to Svetlana, ready to charge.
Okay. Yeah. So
except Yriel doesn't charge, but emotionally charge.
So Svetlana's kicking open the door?
Oh, yeah.
Support charge.
Support charge.
Yes.
Svetlana kicks open the door, and it successfully opens, which seems kind of odd given how large it is. And then everybody in the room is enveloped in a bright white light. Can't see anything. As your eyes begin to adjust to the light, you find a set of stairs in front of you that are glistening and pearly white. You find that there's 2 torches. Actually, I wouldn't even say torches, like very large, like probably like 3 feet across a piece, at the top of a pedestal. You see that at the top of the pedestal that you see 2 figures there, and as your eyes continue to
I did not specify that she dropped Maz form, so she is appearing to whoever's in this room as Maz, unless they can see through her illusion.
So then as everything kind of comes back to, you see that it actually makes no sense to your brains because you've been in a dark, dreary temple. There was blood in the last room, and now you're in a perfect, pristine, glistening white place. Glistening white walls, probably made of like marble, it must look like. Perfect stairs, 2 torches in front of you at the top of this thing. Large, beautiful columns in the background. And there is an elderly looking human standing at the top. Kind of looks down at you guys. And then you notice that there's somebody standing next to the elderly human. And it is none other than Maz. Standing side by side, not under duress, looking happy, healthy, and fine.
Does Maz have wings?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to ask that also.
Does she look exactly like I look? Or does she look different?
No, exactly the same. And then you kind of see her look over and she starts waving.
I start waving.
Hey,
I like
guys!
mimic. Make it look like a mirror.
So she says, "What took you so long to get here?"
Well, you didn't tell us where you were going.
You also told
In
us
fact,
not to
you told
follow.
us not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you're all saying that at the same time?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm saying it, and I am stomping up the stairs toward you. I'm about to grab you by the ear and shake some sense into you. That's how angry I am.
So as
can Bogha use arcane sense to see if there's some sort of magic going on? 'Cause it doesn't feel right.
I mean,
It's a good idea.
There is an insane amount of magic permeating this thing. And it is like off-putting, and it's like it's just so powerful that you're like, "Oh!" And it's actually coming from kind of like everywhere in the room at first, but then you kind of find it centered on that priest. And then, could I say that Yriel's also stomping up the stairs simultaneously?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was fast, like I am mad and making a production of it.
Like,
We'll let everybody know.
Yeah,
I'm angry about it.
So then, this happens to Bogha. Then, as you hit like the 3rd stomp, it's just like it's like as though like your vision is suddenly distorted, and suddenly like the whole room turns black, and then it's like a flash, and you get a brief vision of just like flames surrounding behind Maz and the priest, and then you get a quick vision of Maz not standing there next to the priest, but strapped to a table, and then it goes, and you're back in the pearly white, beautiful room. Just to Yriel, though.
I was kind of thinking before you said all that Svetlana being the person that she is, was going to cast Bolt Beacon on the priest, but now I don't know if they're real or not.
That's a choice.
But I wasn't aware of.
You're still not aware.
You're still not aware.
Oh, okay. Yriel pauses, like foot hovering, ready to stomp, and then lowers it. So
I was gonna go like, wait, hold on, something's not right.
I have literally shining like lightning in my palm, like I was ready to throw it.
Yeah, what Bogha said, I think this is maybe an illusion or something, because I'm getting flashes of another scene with Maz strapped to a table behind that man.
That man? And I throw the bolt beacon.
Yeah, that one.
As Bogha's like, well, there's something coming from. Oh,
that's not great. 9 plus 3, so 12 plus 3 strength, I think. Yes. So 15. Actually, I'm gonna add my prayer die. So 19. I'm gonna add a 4 prayer die. 19 with hope.
19 with hope.
Mm-hmm.
And if that hits, you get advantage on that one, right?
If it hits, the target becomes temporarily vulnerable and glows brightly until this condition is cleared.
Nice.
But if it hits, I do 2d8 plus 5 damage.
Okay. So it definitely hits, and suddenly you're just like taken aback because what looked like this kind of like nice old man just like smacks and hits the floor and just falls over. Maz looks over, it's like, why'd you do that? And then as Maz says that, suddenly the entire room just kind of seems to almost like fall, which seems really weird, and it feels like it can't be happening because the whole thing was indeed an illusion. And then suddenly it's like, and then all of you snap out of what was a facade, and suddenly you're in a room where there's a stone floor, dark like everything else. You see Maz strapped to a table in the middle of it. Maz is surrounded by flame and multiple acolytes, I could say, essentially. And there's flames surrounding multiple parts of the room. And then you see the priest kind of suddenly like start to get up, using like the staff to help him up, and is like, "Oh, dear girl, you don't know what you've started." But then you can also do your damage roll too.
Okay. Well, no. I did roll those, so that's 8 plus 5, so 13.
Okay.
And they're vulnerable.
And he's glowing.
And glowing.
Now, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'll say, you don't know what you've started.
Then as that happens, you suddenly hear like an animalistic screech and yell, and you hear like a flop, like something kind of wet hitting the floor. And when you guys look, you see that around the table that Maz is strapped to, that a bloodied wing hit the floor. After
the gross.
Was that from me hitting the priest?
It's from the ritual
that
is taking place. And I gotta say, I know it's not quite time, but that's a great stopping point.
That's a very good cliffhanger. My goodness.
First of all, I disagree that's a good stopping point.
Honestly.
Just because...
But because we disagree, that means it is a good stopping point, because we want to know what happens next.